Good morning, student. In this lecture, we will be solving sum number 7 of retirement, which is given on page number 266. Let us see the sum. Lakshmi and Siddhi are partners, sharing profit and loss in the ratio of 5:3:2. Siddhi retired on 1/4/2016. Terms of retirement are as under. Balance sheet is given to us, and before balance sheet, few adjustments are given. Let us go through all the adjustment one by one and put a tick mark. New profit and loss sharing ratio is 2:3. That will be useful to find gain share. Goodwill of the firm is valued to be 60,000. Okay, no need to mark anywhere. Market value of investment is rupees 40,000. Siddhi will take over investment at this value. Here investment at asset side, write down 3, and also we have advertisement fluctuation fund. So there also we will write 3. So we have marked with 3 investment and investment fluctuation fund. Rupees 3,000 to be written off from debtors and 5% bad debts reserve is to be maintained. So debtors and BDR we will mark. It is given at asset side 23,000 and 4,000 respectively. Okay. Next, this will be marked with 4. Adjustment number 4. Next 5. Value of stock shown in the book is 1,000 more than its cost. So stock will be marked with 5. So asset side stock is given, write down 5 over there. Then claim of rupees 7,000 is accepted for workman compensation. So workman compensation fund is given to us 17,000. Put a tick mark, write down there 6. Then rupees 12,000 to be paid to Siddhi immediately. That will be given separately. This effect will be given in cash account and Siddhi's capital account. So we have finished with the adjustment. We had tick mark. Now we will take one by one the item of balance sheet and will record accordingly. The first item at the liability side is capital. The necessary account we have prepared here: revaluation account, cash account, partners capital account, and then a balance sheet after retirement of Siddhi. Now the very first item was capital, so will be written in capital account at credit side by balance brought forward 85,000, 64,000 and 71,000. Let's see the next item. Next item is investment fluctuation fund with the marked adjustment number 3 and investment also 60,000 at the asset side, and adjustment says that the market value of investment is 40,000. Siddhi will take over investment at this value. Now friends, investments are given rupees 60,000. Okay, and out of that Siddhi has taken that investment for rupees 40,000. That means there is a loss of 20,000 on sale of investment. Against that we have a fund, that is investment fluctuation fund of rupees 15,000. So this out of 20,000, 15,000 will be adjusted against investment fluctuation fund. So the net loss which is to be debited to revaluation account will be rupees 5,000. Once again I will explain. 60,000 is the book value, 40,000 is the market value at which Siddhi is taken the investment. 60 minus 40, 20,000 will be the loss, and loss for facing loss we already have 15,000 in investment fluctuation fund. So remaining loss, that 5,000 will be the loss on revaluation, and that will be debited to revaluation account. So now we will give the accounting effects. What will be done? First of all, in Siddhi's column debit side, as Siddhi has taken investment, we will write to investment 40,000. Okay. What else? 15,000 will be directly written off against investment fluctuation fund, so no effect. And this 5,000 will be at the debit side of revaluation account to investment 5,000. In balance sheet, no investment will come because it is taken by the Siddhi. Okay, let's see the next item. Next item is workman compensation fund with the marked adjustment 6. Adjustment number 6 says claim of rupees 7,000 is accepted for workman compensation. Now friends, workman compensation fund, it is a reserve, but it is given 17,000, but it is given that there is a Claim for workers compensation rupees 7,000. So out of 17,000, 7,000 will be kept as a claim and 10,000 being the reserve will be distributed among all three partners. All three partners old ratio is given 5:3:2. So this 10,000 will be distributed among all three in the old ratio, this is which is 5:3:2. By doing so we get amount 5,000, 3,000, 2,000 and in particular column by workmen compensation fund. Obviously we know that reserves are credited to partners capital account, so all this will be recorded in capital account credit side. Okay, next item. Yeah, one more thing, the out of this rupees 7,000 which is accepted for claim will be recorded at liability side. Claim for workmen compensation rupees 7,000, it is accepted, not paid, so it is our liability. Okay, creditors 56,000 and provident fund 42,000. Creditors and provident fund there is no adjustment for both the items, so directly we will be writing in balance sheet liability side. So here it is balance sheet, creditors 56,000 and provident fund rupees 42,000. So we have finished with the liability side of balance sheet. Now continue with asset side. Asset side, first two items land and building and machinery 1,30,000 and 70,000 is asset side. First and second item land and building and machinery 1,30,000 and 70,000 respectively. Land and building and machinery there is no adjustment regarding both the items, so straight away we will be recording in balance sheet. So balance sheet it is asset side, land and building 1,30,000 and machinery 70,000. Let's see the next item. Next item is investment. We have already finished with the adjustment of investment and entire process of investment, so no need. Next, stock with marks adjustment 5. Adjustment 5 says value of stock shown in the books is 1,000 more than its cost. It is to be recorded at cost price. So investments are given 35,000, but adjustment says that book value of investment is, sorry, we are talking about here about stock. Book value of stock is rupees 35,000 and adjustment is given that the market value of stock is 1,000 less, or it is written like the book value is 1,000 more than its cost and it is to be recorded in cost. This indicates that cost price is 34,000 and book value is 35,000 and investment are to be, stock is to be recorded at cost price. So cost price 34,000, that means there is a reduction of 1,000. We will be doing this. Stock 35,000 minus reduce 1,000, 34,000 outer column, and this 1,000 being a loss will be debited to revaluation account. So here it is revaluation account to stock rupees 1,000. Okay friends. Now debtors 23,000 minus BDR 4,000, 19,000 is the debtor amount in outer column, and adjustment number 4 is there. Adjustment number 4 says rupees 3,000 to be written off from debtor and 5% BDR is to be maintained. BDR 4,000 in the books and 23,000 is the debtor. Adjustment says that 3,000 bad debts are to be written off. So though 3,000 we will write off from debtors as bad debts, and these 3,000 will be written off against BDR. Now the position is we have debtors of rupees 20,000 and BDR rupees 1,000. And adjustment says, further adjustment says that 5% BDR is to be kept. So new BDR should be 5% BDR. 5% of 20,000. It will come 1,000 and the same amount we have. Okay, that means we don't need to make any changes, any addition or reduction in BDR. Okay, so this will not be affecting our revaluation account. Simply the way of writing will be like this: 23,000 debtors minus bad debts 3,000, 20,000 and minus 5% BDR 1,000, and 1,000 is the balance of BDR already with us. So no need to make any changes anywhere. Only debtors will be shown like this in balance sheet. So here it is: debtors 23,000 minus bad debts 3,000, 20,000 minus BDR 1,000, 19,000 will remain in outer column. Okay, next item, cash 36,000. So in cash account, So in cash account debit side to balance brought down 36,000. So we have finished with the balance sheet. Now one by one we will go through adjustment and we will give the effect of remaining adjustment which are not considered so far. First adjustment says the new profit and loss sharing ratio is 2:3 and second says goodwill of the firm is valued rupees 60,000. So friends, we will have very well we know what we have to do when goodwill is valued or goodwill of the firm is valued some any amount. We have to find the gain ratio and in gain ratio we adjust the amount payable to goodwill, amount payable to the retiring partner. Here old ratio is 5:3:2, new ratio is between Vijay and Lakshmi 2:3. This S is retiring, Siddhi is retiring. So gain share equals to new share minus old share. Vijay 2/5 is his new share, old share was 5/10. 10 will be LCM, 5 to the 10, 2 to the 4 and 10 1 the 10, 1 5 the 5. 4 minus 5 upon 10, 1 by 10. So gain of Vijay is minus 1 by 10. That means Vijay is also sacrificing. We very well know that if gain comes negative, that means it is a sacrifice. So the thing to be considered, to be keep in mind here, this is the important point over here. Vijay, even after retirement of a partner, Vijay is sacrificing, who is continuing partner. So he will also be getting share in goodwill. How much share he will get? He will get 1 by 10 share in goodwill. Let us talk about Lakshmi. Lakshmi new share is 3/5, old share was 3/10. 3/5 minus 3/10, 10 will be LCM, 5 to the 10, 2 3 the 6 and 10 1 the 10, 1 3 the 3. 6 minus 3 upon 10, 3 upon 10. 10. So Lakshmi's gain is 3/10. So friend, here the whole scenario is like Lakshmi is only one who is gaining and two partners are sacrificing. One, the one who is retiring obviously Siddhi, and how much her own share. Her share was 2/10 and as per our calculation Vijay is also sacrificing how much 1/10. So first of all we will calculate their goodwill. Siddhi's share in goodwill. Siddhi is sacrificing 2/10. Firm's goodwill is valued 60,000. 60,000 into 2/10, 12,000. 12,000 will be the amount of goodwill to be paid to Siddhi because he is sacrificing 2/10. Vijay's share in goodwill 60,000 into 1/10 because sacrifice of Vijay is 1/10. So 6,000 and this will also be credited to Vijay account because Vijay is sacrificing. Lakshmi share in goodwill 60,000 into 3/10. Lakshmi is gaining 3/10, so 18,000 will be debited to Lakshmi account. If we don't want to do this, the total of this also 18,000, this should be debited to Lakshmi's account. Now the journal entry: Lakshmi's capital account debit 18,000, to Vijay's capital account 6,000, to Siddhi's capital account 12,000. We will be doing posting of this. Here the posting is we have to credit in two accounts, Lakshmi and Siddhi. So Lakshmi 6,000 and Siddhi 12,000, and in particulars what we will write by Lakshmi's in Vijay and Siddhi we have to credit in Vijay and Siddhi. So in particular we will write by Lakshmi's capital account, and these two amounts should be debited to Lakshmi's capital. So here in Lakshmi's column 6,000 and 12,000 respectively, Vijay's capital and Siddhi's capital. So this is all about goodwill. First of all, keep in mind here this sum is important because here one of the continuing partners is also sacrificing. So he is sacrificing, so he is also getting share in goodwill. Okay, next item. So next adjustment number 3, market value of investment is rupees 40,000. We have already finished with the topic adjustment of investment. Okay, so let's go for next one. 4, 3,000 is to be written off from debtors and 5% BDR is to be maintained. That is also we have finished. 5th, stock shown in the book is rupees 1,000 more than its cost. This is also done. Second last, claim of rupees 7,000 accepted for workman compensation. We have also finished with this. Now the last adjustment comes rupees 12,000 to be paid to Siddhi immediately. This is the adjustment regarding payment to the retiring partner, that is Siddhi. But before making any payment to Siddhi, what we have to do, we will be closing the revaluation account. When we will close the revaluation account, we will find that credit side the total is 6,000, two items are there, sorry, debit side 6,000, and there is nothing at the credit side. So the entire amount will be the balance, and this 6,000, this is the debit balance of revaluation account, which is known as loss on revaluation. This will be distributed among old partners in old ratio, which is 5:3:2. When I distribute this amount 6,000 in 5:3:2, I get amount 3,000, 1,800 and 1,200. So by partners capital account 3,800 and 1,200, and these three amount will be debited to their partners, their capital account. So here it is, partners capital account debit side to revaluation account 3,000, 1,800 and 1,200. Now revaluation account is over. Let us talk about the payment made to Siddhi. So if we want to find how much amount is to be paid and how much to convert in loan, we will be making total of Siddhi's column. It's 85,000. And debit side there are only two items, 40,000 and 1,200. 40,000 for investment and 1,200 for loss on revaluation. So 41,200. 41,200 will be deducted from 85,000. We get 43,800. Now this much is the payable amount to Siddhi. How much? 43,800. What is given to us? Rupees 12,000 is paid. Last adjustment says that 12,000 paid in cash to Siddhi. So 12,000 we are paying to her in cash. The remaining will be converted in loan. This is implied. It is not mentioned, but we have to understand. If only 12,000 is paid, then what about the remaining? The remaining will be converted into loan. So 43,800 minus 12,000, 31,800 will be converted to Siddhi's loan account. Now let us give the effect here. In Siddhi's column, debit side to cash account 12,000 and to Siddhi's loan account 31,800. And the another effect of these two, 12,000 will be credited to cash account by Siddhi's capital 12,000, and being this 31,800 being the liability will be recorded here. Siddhi's loan account 31,800 at the liability side of balance sheet. Okay friends, so we have finished with this process also. Now this is the time to close remaining partners capital account. Remaining partners are Vijay and Lakshmi. Vijay's credit side total is 96,000. Debit side only one item is there, that is 3,000. So the difference will be 93,000, which is the closing balance of capital of Vijay. Let's talk about Lakshmi. Lakshmi's credit side total is 67,000. Debit side there are three items, 6,000, 12,000 and 1,800. Total will be 19,800. We will deduct 19,800 from 67,000. We'll get so when we will deduct this 19,800 from 67,000, we will get 47,200, which is the closing balance of capital of Lakshmi. Now these two will be written in new balance sheet after retirement. So there it is, capital account Vijay 93,000, Lakshmi 47,200, outer column 1,40,200. Now we will be closing cash account. Cash account debit side 36,000 is there, credit side one item 12,000 is there. So the difference of cash account is 24,000. By balance carry forward 24,000, the same will be recorded. Asset side of balance sheet, cash balance rupees 24,000. Now we will make total of balance sheet. Total of balance sheet, both the side it comes 2,77,000. Both side 2,77,000. So our balance sheet get tallied. So here we finish with sum number 7. Next lecture we will be doing sum number 8. Thank you.